May 30th, 1900, Kenosha, Wisconsin. The first Rambler rolled off the assembly line at the Jeffrey plant in downtown Kenosha at the dawn of the automobile age. Americans were no longer tied to the railroad and were free to traverse the vast continent according to their maps. As one of the first assembly line vehicles ever produced, the Rambler accounted for over 1/6 of the cars manufactured in the United States in its first year, 1902. By 1905, the sales had doubled, thanks to a new innovation for the time, a steering wheel rather than levers for maneuvering the vehicle. Its maker, Jeffrey Automotive, was the second largest auto manufacturer, eclipsed in size only by Oldsmobile. Ford would not overtake Jeffrey Automotive until it produced the Model T in 1908. Thomas B. Jeffrey, the founder of Jeffrey Automotive, was an immigrant from England. During this time, over 60% of the Kenosha population were either immigrants or the children of immigrants. The manufacturing jobs provided by the automotive industry, as well as a commercial tannery, turned this small town on the Michigan into a place of promise, but only for those who could tolerate the freezing winters and the extra journey from the ports of the East Coast to the heartland. A multitude of churches and synagogues, many of which still stand today, were built as the influx of newcomers sought a place to worship and maintain the traditions of the old country. Their construction reflected the craftsmanship of another time, with large stones, stained glass, and pointed steeples that rose to the sky, like miniature American versions of the grand temples and cathedrals built over thousands of years in the Old World. The courthouse in Kenosha was rebuilt on the coattails of this new wealth in the early 1920s. The neoclassical architecture and two-story marble hallways were ordained with hand-painted frescoes and carved stone pillars. It stood at the center of town like a shiny new symbol of the American legal system, a beacon of adherence to law and order. The lasting limestone churches and government buildings exemplified growing opportunity. The auto industry generated the Jeffrey Automobile Company, later renamed Nash Automotive Company, and finally absorbed by Chrysler, were all at one time the source of well-paying jobs that put food on the table for countless American families. The landmarks in Kenosha remained standing long after the plants shut down and the population moved to areas with more to offer. Kenosha could no longer compete with the vast complexity of the commercial world developing on America's coasts and beyond its shores. The people who remained there suffered the aftermath.